And we are back on the record in cause number 2022 DCV 1033. I think we have squared away now our interpretation situation and everyone having announced ready. Mr. Rebale, I believe you are going to proceed on the friendly suit.
Yes, sir. I'll let ad litem take lead on this, Ms. Valdez.
All right, Ms. Valdez.
Yes, good morning, Judge. I'd like to call my first witness, the mother of the minor, Ms. Bustamante.
Okay, and I do see Ms. Bustamante is appearing remotely, and she is utilizing the assistance of a court interpreter. Ma'am, would you identify yourself for the record, please? That's
Sandra
you,
Bustamante.
and Ms. Chaparro. Well, Norma Chaparro is interpreting for Ms. Bustamante. Ma'am, I'm going to be asking you, or you're going to be asked some questions.
Mm-hmm.
And so I need to swear you in, please. If you would raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm that any testimony you provide will be the truth and the whole truth?
Yes, I do swear.
Thank you very much. You can put your hand down. You may proceed, Ms. Valdez.
Okay. Good morning, Ms. Bustamante.
Good morning to you.
Okay. Ms. Bustamante, you understand that you're here today for a hearing on behalf of your children, correct?
Yes.
Okay. And you also understand that this hearing relates to an automobile accident that your children were involved with in April of 2021, correct?
Yes.
And your children were passengers in the vehicle that you were driving on the day of the accident, correct?
Yes.
Okay. And as a result of that accident, your children received medical treatment as a result of injuries that they sustained, correct?
Yes.
Okay. And since that time, your children were afforded with medical treatment, and you have advised me that they have since recovered, correct?
No. No, they've not yet recovered. My little boy still has pain.
And so for purposes of clarification, your daughter has recovered, but your son still on occasion experiences some pain, correct?
Yes, my son ended up in bad shape from his lower waist, 2 bad discs.
Okay. And you understand that you have filed a lawsuit on their behalf to recover damages for the injuries that they sustained, correct?
Yes.
Okay. And Ms. Bustamante, you have agreed tentatively with the court's approval to settle this case for the benefit of your children, correct?
Yes.
Okay. And you have not had an opportunity to confer with your attorney to ensure that this settlement is fair to them, correct?
No, I didn't understand that question.
Okay, and I'll repeat it. You've had a chance to speak with your lawyer to ensure that the settlement is fair and in their best interest, correct?
Yes.
Okay. And as part of this settlement, you understand that both of your children are going to receive money damages.
Yes.
Okay. And you understand that by settling this case and asking the court to approve the settlement, you are not going to have an opportunity to go to a jury to ask for more money, correct?
Yes.
Okay. And so you understand that this will be your final opportunity to obtain damages in the form of money on behalf of your children, correct?
Now, are you talking about who I'm not ever going to be able to ask money for again? Are you talking about the insurance company?
That's correct.
Oh, yes, that's fine.
Okay, very good. Now, Ms. Bustamante, your daughter Janelle is approximately 8 years old, correct?
Well, she'll turn 9 next week.
That's right. Almost 9.
Yes,
And your son Mozal is 16 and he'll be 17 in September, correct?
yes.
Okay. And Ms. Bustamante, you and I have discussed your request that the children receive some of those settlement proceeds to help them obtain a computer and other supplies that they'll need for school, correct?
Yes,
Okay. And you're asking the judge to distribute $1,000 for each of your children so that they can do that, correct?
yes,
And you understand that the remainder of those proceeds are going to be deposited into an interest-bearing account with the district clerk's office, correct?
yes, but you will provide some proof to me, won't you? Because my son will turn 18 next year, and I will need proof of it so that he can claim it, right?
That's correct.
And
And
for the
just
little
so
girl as well, right? Because she still lacks 9 years yet. So for her as well?
that's correct. And so just for purposes of clarification, yes, ma'am. When both of your children reach the age of 18, they will be able to go to the district clerk's office and receive the settlement monies that are going to be there for them. Correct? You understand that?
Yes.
Okay, very good. And so, Ms. Bustamante, are you asking Judge Perez this afternoon to approve the settlement on behalf of your children?
Excuse me?
Are you asking Judge Perez to approve the settlement on behalf of your children today?
Yes.
Okay, and you believe that this settlement is in their best interest?
Yes.
Okay, thank you, Judge. No further questions.
Mr. Murphy, do you have any questions for Ms. Bustamante?
Yes, just a few, Your Honor.
Sure, you may proceed.
Ms. Bustamante, have you ever given up your parental rights, or have your parental rights ever been terminated?
No.
And have either of your children been emancipated or married before?
Are you talking about these 2 kids that I have here now?
Yes, and mostly in regards to Mazel, because I know he's the older child.
No, none has.
And is it your understanding that in this lawsuit, it's alleged that Arnulfo Caballero was at fault for the accident?
Well, I don't know. I don't know what the name of the driver, the guy that was driving the truck, but he was guilty because he was at fault. And that very day, he said that he was at fault.
And so that other driver being Arnulfo Caballero would be the one that you understand is at fault for this accident.
I repeat it to you once again. I didn't know what the guy's name was, but he said that he was at fault.
Okay.
He ran the red light.
And is it your understanding that if this settlement is approved by the court today, Janelle Bustamante would be receiving $17,000 and Mazel Bustamante would be receiving $37,500 prior to any payments?
Now, Janelle is going to receive, how much did you say?
And this is prior to payments of liens or fees or services, but that would be $17,000 to Janelle. And Moselle would be receiving 37,500.
And then, but they're gonna receive those when they turn 18 years of age, right?
And correct, it will be broken up into the amounts after payments are divided. I know that there's a proposed final judgment that breaks down the payments as well, but this is the lump sum prior to the breakdown of payments.
Entiende? What are you talking about when you're talking about breaking down the?
I am talking about payments in behalf of medical expenses, payments for necessity of school-related expenses, and payments for fees for services provided by attorneys and costs for expenses of the case.
Oh, okay. Oh, they're gonna be reduced, like that amount that you're gonna be giving me $1,000 for each one of them, that amount is gonna be reduced, right?
Correct. That is from the total, reduced from the total payment of 17,000 from Janelle and 37,500 from Mazel.
I do understand. But in the case that we don't ask for anything until they turn 18 years of age, are they gonna receive all that then?
And that will be the remaining balance of this amount that I'm giving you will be placed with the district clerk if the judge orders such, and at 18, they would receive those amounts.
Oh, okay, I understand.
And is it your understanding that instead of asking for this court to approve of this settlement today, you have a right to request that this case be heard by a jury?
Well, no. Right now, we need money. We need money because the kids need things right now. I
And-
don't have work right now. And the kids need money. I wasn't able to wait until some jury decides the case.
But she does understand that if she chose to, she could have requested for a trial by jury.
Yes, I do understand that. I could appeal, but the problem is that right now I need money for the kids, and if I were to appeal, then I have to wait until the jury decides it.
And Ms. Bustamante, do you understand that if you chose to have a jury come and listen to the case, they would have come and listened to all of the evidence and they would decide what to award?
Yes, but how long would it take to get to that?
And I'm just clarifying that that's an option that she understood she did have, but she's choosing to move forward with the settlement.
Well, yes, and that's why I'm telling you. The need that I have right now for the kids is that they need things, and that's what is making me do this.
And I understand what she's saying, and I just want to clarify a couple more things. Does she understand that when a jury hears the evidence, if she had gone to a jury, they could have decided to award more than the settlement amount that's being offered today, or on the same hand, they could have awarded her with less or even nothing?
Yes, I do understand that. No, just let it go, let it ride the way it is now.
And just to clarify, you're telling the court here today that it is your decision that you want the settlement done today in reference to the 17,000 to Janelle and the 37,500 to Mazel.
Señora. Yes,
And do you understand that if the court approves of this settlement, this is the end of this matter?
yes, I do understand it.
And do you understand that neither yourself nor Janelle nor Mazel will ever be able to come back to this court and ask for money against my client Arnulfo Caballero?
Yes, I do understand that.
And are you seeking or asking for the judge to approve of this settlement?
Yes,
No further questions, Your Honor.
Okay, does anybody have any follow-up questions
Hi.
based on?
If I could have a few, Judge.
All right, Mr. Rebel, you can go first.
You went over the disbursement of the fees, correct?
Señor. Yes,
And no one's forcing you or coercing you to reach an agreement today. You're doing this out of your own free will.
well, yes, it's because I have the need. It's necessary.
Yes, ma'am. And do you believe this settlement is in the best interest of your daughter and your son?
Yes, I'm in agreement with that.
And you want the court to approve this settlement agreement today?
Yes,
Pass a witness.
Ms. Valdez, did you have some follow-up or are you good?
I don't, Judge. I've laid out my recommendation, and in this case, what I've recommended is that we request a distribution of $1,000 for each of the minors for immediate use on those necessities they need for school, and the remainder will be deposited with the registry of the court, Your Honor. And I
Okay.
also want to point that I appreciate Mr. Rebel's graciousness in reducing his fee to maximize the settlement for the minors.
Okay.
You're welcome.
I don't have any other questions of Ms. Bustamante. I think we got there. And so thank you, Ms. Bustamante. The court appreciates your time in going through this entire process. I have reviewed the settlement, the documents that I received, the motion, and then the agreed order investing funds. That's what I have. And I did review Ms. Valdez's report that indicated just a little bit of what we're doing with that initial $1,000 on each of those two. The court is in agreement and satisfied. I'll find that the settlement, proposed settlement, is in the best interest of the two minor children. And so I'm going to and have signed the agreed order investing funds. I don't know if there's any other documents forthcoming, but I'll go ahead and send this up the chain so we can get that taken care of. Is there anything
Judge-
further? Yes, Ms. Valdez.
I believe counsel for defendant will be submitting, if he hasn't already done so, an agreed judgment as well.
Okay, I don't know that I've seen that one, Mr. Murphy. Just a quick search in my email with the cause number. This was all I found. So if you will please forward that as well.
Absolutely, Judge. And I have it mostly prepared. I was just making sure that none of the amounts change, and I'll send it to the court and to counsel as well.
Okay.
I just signed off on it. I have it here, the proposed judgment.
Wonderful. Okay, so once that's done, then we should be good to go. Is there anything further from any of the attorneys?
No, Your Honor.
No, Your Honor.
No,
Ms.
Your Honor.
Bustamante, good luck to you and your children. I hope everything works out well for you. Thank you very much.
gracias a usted.
All righty. If there's nothing
Okay.
further,